How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out a little bit of an older one, of course, from Hobbymaster here, but in 1/48 scale today. We will be having a look at the Brewster Buffalo. This is a B339C from the Netherlands East Indies Army Air Corps. Now, this variant was basically the F2A2, but with the naval add-ons removed, like the arrestor hook, plus a fixed tail wheel was put on, and a larger propeller would be used as well. Armament also a little different, consisting of two 303 and two 50 cals, rather than the 450 cals that it normally did have. Now, our aircraft here is flown by Dutch pilot Lieutenant August Deibel, and he was credited with shooting down 3 Japanese aircraft, and he himself would be shot down and wounded twice. Surviving World War II, August would be killed in 1951, though, while piloting a Gloucester Meteor when he crashed in the Netherlands and was killed in that crash, aged only 35 years old. Now, let us check out this cool-looking Brewster. And it does, sit in there nicely. It does have some details in the flap as per usual, but it does have some instructions in there too, which will be pretty cool to look at. Now, let's get this box open and get our hands on this pretty cool-looking Brewster. All right, with the Brewster out of the box, this is the stand that it does come with, of course. And this is what it does look like when you assemble it. It is all plastic construction. You do also get this little tool, which I'm assuming will aid in putting this in gear down. Now, you do get a set of instructions. They are quite comprehensive, and we'll show you how to fit that landing gear. Oh, there's the tool, okay. So it does not look complicated, but it does look a little bit fiddly, and there's more instructions on the back here of how to put the stand together. These are quite large, these instructions, as you can see by my hand. So if you don't have any instructions and you have one of these, well, there you go. Now you do. We'll move that out of the way, and well, this is going to be our first Brewster from the Netherlands East Indies Army Air Corps. And so obviously you do have that piece for the undercarriage there, and there is some ordnance there, a couple of little small bombs, and this pretty cool looking Buffalo sitting here. I bought this secondhand, obviously, because I really dig the camo, and I like the fact that we are doing an aircraft from a nation's military that we will not commonly do. So we'll move this out of the way first and have a little look straight from the box, and wow, this does look pretty cool. We will zoom in and check out some of those little lines and the markings on there. The paint looks pretty cool. Check out the little rhinoceros. That is the unit symbol. The propeller does spin nicely. I'm not sure if Hobbymaster actually did put the larger propeller. We have done one Brewster, I think, previously. I have that packed away, so I can't really do a comparison to know if they modified that to suit this particular aircraft, which did have that different style of propeller. Feel free to drop in the comment if you know for sure, but the details on this are really nice. That is awesome. It is a little bit dusty, I think, just in there. Well, the canopy should slide back, I think. Yes. Awesome. You can see through there. See my hand underneath? You can actually see through there, because they actually did have that window underneath to see below, past the joystick and the pedals, so you can actually see the ground below. That is really nice. Those interesting markings there, that looks pretty cool. The rudder does have some movement. Nothing else does move. This is a barrel. This is a chunky little aircraft, this one. Oh, the gauge details are fantastic on this. Wow. That is pretty cool. Underneath is, well, very silver. The insignia really stand out under here. As I was talking about, that glass section underneath there. Well, it's probably a clear perspex. That does look pretty cool. So pretty much, well, this is your big old Buffalo, Brewster Buffalo, set up in flight. Already straight out of the box, ready to go. So you've got that stand together. All you got to do is whack that little bit in the stand hole, and that is pretty much all job done. except for those 2 small bombs that you do need to put underneath that. All right, what we'll do is we'll chuck some landing gear on this and fix the ordnance, and we'll come right back. All right, here we have it set up for gear down. So you pretty much just pull these 2 main wheels out, and then you've just slipped this brace through and then lock it into position. It is a little bit fiddly to do. You need both hands. I did try and attempt to do it on camera, but it was just a little bit of a pain in the ass, and I did not want to bore the absolute crap out of you. So, and then you just click the sections into either side here, and that is all locked into position, doesn't move, and that is job done. You do put the bombs on. There is a pair of bombs that you do a whack on, and that is job done. Of course, that was a fixed tail wheel, so you didn't have to do anything else, and that looks absolutely awesome. There is a ton of detail in this. The radial engine detail is fantastic. The wheels move too, so if you like to do that kind of thing and roll them around, you can. Yeah, I reckon this does set up really nicely and looks fantastic. And it's just a livery that is a little bit different. And I reckon the details on it are really nice, right down to the seat belts on the seat and the sort of the cage sort of inside, the roll sort of section in these canopy there that you can see. That does look fantastic. So I suppose we better not let you wait any longer, and get this on the scales, and we will see what it does weigh for you. Now, that is, yep, not too bad. 341 grams, which is, yeah, that's not too bad a weight for a model of this size. I can say I'm pretty happy with grabbing this. As I said, it's a livery that's quite unusual. It's of an Air Force that's not very common, and there's not much representation of. And I like to try and get all sorts of aircraft from all different Air Forces from around the world, and hopefully made somebody happy out there by bringing it to your eyeballs. All right, I'll take some photos of this, of course, throw them on at the end as per usual, and you can check this out without my grubby little hands all over it. And don't forget, if you did like what you see, some of those my way would be absolutely awesome. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're watching and have yet to do that as well. All right, everyone, thank you so much for spending your time here, checking out another one of our videos. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.